It's Week 11 of the NFL, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Hawks, and it comes your way next.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at Lumen Field in downtown Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a third-round pick back in 2012.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go. A loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. They run it with Carson. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Now it's Wilson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Burrow rolling to his right. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted. They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. To the air again, Burrow. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a first down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown, 49ers. Dallas Goedert, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away. Fielded right around the 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete here.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And the Niners get there and bring him down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. There's Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as good running gets him to about the 44. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow eluding the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 4th and inches in plus territory. That seemed like a prime spot to go for.
It certainly did, and there's so many things that go into it. Are you too far away for a field goal, but not far away to punt it? Do you just feel like your offense is better? I just think in today's NFL, offense feels like it has to take care of the football, has to keep the ball, because scoring is up. You better maximize every possession. You trust your offense more than you trust your defense in today's league.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Here we go.
Back to the running game with Mostert. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. Here's Burrow. They'll roll him out right. It's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Carson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also into field goal range now at the 27-yard line. Burrow will throw, escaping the pressure right. And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. They go play action with Burrow. Out to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where it was the visiting Rams who come in and get the victory on the road. Matthew Stafford, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500.
From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Teddy Bridgewater with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Robbie Anderson, a touchdown reception. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit. Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they're going to speed things up here. They hand it off to Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Burrow. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Flush to his right. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
He'd had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has enough for the 1st.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Here's Carson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On first down, it's Carson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Wilson. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Burrow flushed out right. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Burrow now off the bootleg. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Burrow looking to pass. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the 49ers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon. and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now Burrow getting this out to the flat. Mostert. And the Niners are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the back.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
53 yards on the ground for him so far. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Run, run. Don't let up.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So the victory here for San Francisco. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the 49ers, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers.